What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Talking Timepieces with Tony. I'm Tony, and today is Q&A day. It's actually Thursday right now, but I may release this video tonight or tomorrow. But tomorrow, Friday, I have a Bindi grand opening party to go to, and I got to shoot some other stuff, some videos for that. So I have to get there early beforehand, then come back, and then go back. So I'm not going to have time to actually shoot a video tomorrow, I don't think. So figured I'd do it tonight, and I might release it tonight. I'm not sure, but it's Q&A. And if you guys want to have a question answered, then all you got to do is ask your question in the comments below, and then I'll feature it on an upcoming Q&A. So, and I get a lot of questions sometimes I don't get as many, but hey, if you want your question answered, whatever your question may be. All right, so I look forward to reading them, and I hope you look forward to hearing the answers. And I guess I do this every week because I think there's a lot of people that some of the questions will be relatable to everyone or anyone or someone. Anyway, I'm going to roll the intro, and then we'll go ahead with it. All right, so the first question comes from Benjamin Frank. What's up, Benjamin? Can a Rolex still be sold as box and papers even if the box has been replaced with another authentic box that came with older Rolex? Like my Rolex came with a big green box, newer style, and I replaced it with an older style, all green box from the 80s. Can I still sell it as box and papers, or do I need the exact style box that came with the watch? Thanks in advance. Okay, so you've got a newer box and an older Rolex. Okay, and then you replaced it, so I'm assuming that you replaced it with a box that's more associated to what that your Rolex is. Yeah, you can. The box, especially for older Rolex, I mean, the box isn't as important as other documentation like the papers or a white tag if it hasn't. I don't know what year your Rolex is, but you can replace the box. It's not really too much of a big deal. Boxes can be bought online, and so can the superlative chronometer tags, so can the booklets. So what you want, you probably have, when you say box and papers, can you still sell it as box and papers? As long as you got the papers, man. And if you have an 80s or 90s style Rolex, you're going to have those papers that fold out that tell you the certificate of authenticity. So yeah, you can do that. It's not a big deal, man. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. In fact, I've done it. But way back, I say way back, it was a couple years ago. I had an OP39, and I just didn't wear it, and I didn't really, and I had a box that it didn't come in. It had the card, and that was it. And I literally bought the warranty booklet and the hang tag and sold it to Federico, and he sold it as box and papers. So does he know as much as he thinks he does? But still, the box is not as important as other. Now, if you have a brand new Rolex and you put it in an old 80s box, then that's going to change it. The box is going to be useless at that point, all right? If all that makes sense to you, all right? So brand new Rolex, old box, no bueno. Old Rolex, a newer kind of box, okay, not a big deal, all right? Thanks for the question, dude. This one comes from Fabian Pradov. Hey, man, thank you for taking the time to make these videos. I appreciate it. Question: what do you think about the Tudor Black Bay 58 in bronze 39mm? And what are your thoughts on this piece? The Black Bay 58, I like the Black Bay 58, man, but I'm not really into bronze watches that much. I just don't like bronze watches, man. I don't like the way they patina. I mean, I don't know. I've never had one, so I guess I can't say that. But they don't appeal to me enough to where I would buy one, that's for sure. But thanks for your question, dude. This one comes from LT Tang. Hey, Tony, I've been watching you for a while. On one of your videos, you describe yourself as a strap nut. With that, I have a Seiko SLA 043 with a 19mm lug width. Do you know of a retailer who sells short 19mm rubber FKM straps of decent quality? By the way, I dig your acoustic intro talking timepieces with Tony, so bring it back. Thanks. Yeah, man, I'll bring back the acoustic song for my regular videos. That's no problem. I wasn't sure if I was going to change it anyway. Yeah, go to Strapsco, strapsco.com, I think it is. Strapsco. Just type in FKM rubber. They got tons of FKM rubber that are good quality, and if you can't find a 19mm, I'm sure they have one, but if not, you can always fit a 20mm on there. It'd be tight, but you can get it in there. That's what she said. Sorry, man. All right, so thanks for your question, dude. Tempting Fate 759. Any updates on future album or music release after the recording session? A bit off topic, but your last single release a few weeks ago was epic. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. For those of you who don't know or haven't heard, I do have a new single out, a new record I did with Lincoln Parrish from the band Cage the Elephant. Song I wrote probably 11 years ago, 12 years ago maybe, but just recorded it in a different style and whatever, and it came out killer. If you want to download it on Spotify, if you haven't even heard it, here's just a little snippet. Go ahead and take a listen to that, and we'll come right back.
The things you hide, your inner pride, a subtle cries I can see. Well, I wanna know, why can't you let it go? Don't blame yourself. Life is a blessing, nothing is ending. Don't blame yourself. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow may not be here. You're broken hearted and your past comes back to haunt you again.
Okay, I hope you dug it, man. If you didn't, that's cool too. Not everyone likes that kind of stuff. So, but any plans? No, man. You know, I don't. Unless something were to happen. You know, I've had all kinds of record deals in my past, and I still have one. I pretty much walked away from it. I literally walked away from my record deal. I just didn't. I've kind of I'm like, I have a publishing deal and a recording contract, and you know, it's one of those. There's too much politics. There's a lot of stuff involved with the music industry. I love music, and but in a sense, I don't really have any plans to do anything right now, other than that single that came out. And so, no. But I appreciate you digging the song, man. I really do. Download it, whatever. It's everywhere, I think. Thanks for your question, dude. This one comes from Eric Cooper, 1593. Hey buddy, how's your back, man? My back's okay, dude. I've been doing stretches and things like that, and got the epidural 2 weeks ago now, or a week and a half, whatever. It's so fingers crossed. You know, I don't want to jinx it by saying, yeah, it's great. You know, as soon as I shut the video off, I'll get up and I don't want to go there. But I appreciate it. Do you think Rolex will come out with a GMT Coke next year? No, I don't, man. They may. You never know what they're gonna do, right? You know, but I don't think so. But thanks for your question, dude. David9633. Thank you for the episode and taking my question. Here's another one for you. What are your hobbies besides watches? Well, I don't know, man. I've got so much going on, dude. I mean, music is I would consider that a hobby. I mean, it was a job and a full-time job to the point where I got sick of it, but I still love playing, so that going back, the music industry and music are two separate things altogether. When you're in the music, when you play music but you're in the industry at the same time, it can become hectic and it can become stressful and all that. When you're doing it on your own terms and because you enjoy it, then it's more like a hobby, right? So probably that. I don't really have anything else. I'm always just kind of too busy, but yeah. But thanks for your question, man. This one comes from Greg Saga 682. I guess it says most memorable live concert ? So I guess my most memorable live concert. I'm an old guy. The Doors, Chambers Brothers, and Steppenwolf, July 5th. Okay, so you saw them on July 5th of 1968 at the Hollywood Bowl. I'll bet that was pretty epic. First and maybe best, even though I saw Jimi Hendrix, that's pretty sick. Cream, Dylan, Stones, Beach Boys, Bowie, way back when. And then that's all good, man. What's my most memorable? I don't know. I've seen everybody I've ever wanted to see, but back when I was doing a lot of the concert stuff, I was more into the hard rock stuff. So, I've literally seen Van Halen back in the old days with David Lee Roth, not when they reunited, but way in 1984 at Castle Donington. I've seen Ozzy like 7 times. Gary Moore, guitar player, former guitar player of Thin Lizzy. I've seen freaking just about everybody, dude. But I can't really have this one epic moment that stands out at a concert. You know what I mean? There's been so many, but I appreciate that. Your favorite watch or memorable watch is a Vacheron 4195 as a present for your 50th. That's cool, dude. My most memorable watch, again, another one hard to say. Probably I just have to go with my my Batgirl Rolex GMT 126710 BLNR. Thanks for your question, dude. This one comes from Jose Pammy. Oh, Pam. Hey, Pam, what's happening? Also, I think you were invited to the Bindi thing, but it's for Saturday. Juan told me that there wasn't a thing on Saturday. I'm not sure what the whole thing is, but you might want to check with. I don't know why I'm saying this on my channel, but anyway, I don't have your number. I mean, I could probably Instagram you or something. Anyway, I was watching your old videos and made me remember how I used to love Swatch and Techno Marine watches. It was very popular in our country and usually worn by students. I had my first Swatch when I was in 6th grade, but I can't even remember how it looks and what happened to it. Question for you. We used to live in Asia until I was 19, 20 years old. And in the early 2000s, Techno Marine watches were so popular that I had to beg my parents to get me one. It was so expensive but super cool back then because of interchangeable straps and case covers. And when we moved to California in the mid-2000s, I felt like I was the only one wearing it and lost my interest in that watch. Did it ever hit the US market and I just came too late? The trend died down. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, Techno Marines were freaking huge for a while. Every chick on the planet, or let's say out here, had one for a while. They started in 1997 by some French dude in Geneva, Switzerland, and then they were released in Saint-Tropez, France in 1997. And yeah, they had diamonds on them, and some of them were, they were rubber and plastic cases and whatever, and they were kind of expensive. I remember that. Now you can pick them up for like $60-$70, I think. But back then, yeah, every chick had them, and if a chick had one, you thought, whoa, she's got money. You know what I mean? So yeah, I do remember them. They were popular for a minute, and then they just faded away, right? I actually do. I think Invicta may own them. Do they? Holy shit, man. Talk about going down the fucking wrong path. Either way, thanks for your question, Pam. This one comes from David Parrish Productions. Thanks for your answer, Tony. Happy holidays. Hey, happy holidays to you, man. Question: what are your thoughts on micro brands, and what are you looking for in a good micro brand watch? Peace, brother. What am I looking for in a good micro brand watch? Freaking some history. You know what I mean? I'm not really a huge micro brand watch guy. I mean, some of them are cool, but some of them haven't been around all that long. And and some of them that have like these 5-year or 10-year warranties, what's to say something goes wrong with that watch and they're not around anymore. I kind of like watches with a bit of history and heritage. I like the aesthetics of watches, but I don't kick them around too much in my, I don't look around a lot for them at all, so yeah. But thanks for your question, dude. Strawn Robertson, 29. What would you rather have, a mid-tier Rolex or a mid-tier Breguet? Well, Rolex. I mean, that's difficult because if I was looking at just an everyday sort of watch, I would go with Rolex. But if I really wanted a nice dress watch, I'd go with a Breguet, like a classique. So that's a tough one. It's almost comparing apples to oranges. They're two just totally different watches. You know what I mean? They do have a dive watch, but that's very underrated at the moment. I'm trying to think of the model on that. The shit. I do this often. It's like, oh, what happened? And and then I'll remember as soon as I turn off the video. Anyway, thank you for your question. Hey Tony, have you ever let a woman? This comes from Claude Talks 2194. Claude Talks. Hey Tony, have you ever let a woman you were dating wear one of your treasured timepieces? Yeah, I mean, I have. I don't mind. I mean, most chicks that I've ever dated don't give a shit about watches, man. They really don't. And if it's like a first date or just dating someone, and they are like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've had a Rolex where one girl said she noticed my Rolex and then wanted to try it on. Of course, I let her try it on. But as far as wearing it, if I had like a serious relationship and the chick wanted to borrow it, then yeah, I'll let her wear it. But a lot of times when you do things like that, all of a sudden that watch becomes theirs. Or like when they borrow a T-shirt, you never get back when they fucking decide to dump you or whatever it is. Thanks for your question, though. Douglas Kruger 357. Hey Tony, love your channel and content. Thanks, man. Thank you for watching. I have a dilemma and hoping you can weigh in. Thinking of trading my Rolex Air King 2019 for the Zenith Steel Pilot. It would be a clean trade with the AD. I rarely seem to wear the Air King, and I thought this might be a solid trade. Thoughts? Yeah, man. I mean, if you don't wear the Air King, then why not? It's no good not having a watch you don't wear or you're not into. I mean, the Zenith is a great watch, man. And yeah, I mean, if I had the Air King and I had my other Rolex and it was a trade, I might do it. But yeah, sure, why not, man? Why not? If you dig it, though, you know what I mean? So thanks for your question, dude. Shimra8888. Hey Tony, do you hang out and check out the watch shops in Beverly Hills on Rodeo Drive? No, not anymore. I used to. I used to hang out in Beverly Hills a lot, but when I lived closer, it's not that I lived far, it's just I lived closer, So I used to go to Geary's, and you'd go to like, Vacheron, plus all the other watch stores that were there. Yeah, I used to. Now, no, not so much. I haven't been to Beverly Hills in a while. But thanks for your question. Oh, you had a second part to that too. Also, the jewelry district on Hill Street in downtown LA, are they legit? Depends where you go. You know what I mean? The jewelry district is fucking awesome. You can buy some really cool shit for not much money compared to other places. When it comes to Rolex, you have to be real careful with those places, dude. And LA's, the jewelry district is cool. It's dirty, you know what I mean? It's a dirty area. It's like, get down there during the day and leave before it gets dark. Yeah, so you guys are awesome. I really appreciate you watching my video. Please like and subscribe, man. If you're still watching, my analytics tell me they only watch certain parts of my video or whatever. But either way, I hope you guys are kicking ass and doing well, and we'll see you on the next one.